Mahua Moitra's political career over. Once a rising star in TMC, now she has been rejected by her own party. A dog began Mahua's undoing. From sharing login to accepting gifts, what all did Mahua do? What did the ethics committee ask Mahua? Why did Mahua storm out of the committee? What will happen to Mahua now? All your queries will be answered in next 9 minutes.
Hi, you're watching TFI, Indian social media's OG.
The controversy pertaining to the alleged cash for query took a significant turn on 19th October when entrepreneur Darshan Hiranandani publicly disclosed that he had accessed the parliamentary login of Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra to direct questions to the central government. This disclosure came after BJP MP Nishikant Dubey levelled allegations against Moitra, asserting she had potentially posed questions in the parliament in return for monetary and material benefits from the Hiranandani conglomerate. In retaliation, Moitra categorically denied these claims and subsequently initiated a defamation suit against Dubey along with Supreme Court lawyer Jay Anand Dehadrai and other implicated parties. On October 14th, lawyer Jay Anand Dehadrai had lodged an official complaint with the Central Bureau of Investigation alleging potential corruption and money laundering practices. He concurrently submitted a duplicate of his grievance to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Dehadrai is being referred to as a jilted lover of the MP. BJP Member of Parliament Nishikant Dubey addressed a complaint to Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla against Moitra, advocating for the constitution of an inquiry commission and Moitra's provisional suspension from the parliament. Dubey's complaint extensively cited the earlier grievance by lawyer Dehadrai. A subsequent wave of speculation on the digital platform X, previously known as Twitter, revolved around whether the Rottweiler depicted in Moitra's photographs is identical to the one showcased by advocate Dehadrai. Responding to the aforementioned allegations, Moitra conveyed her stance on social media platforms without overly referencing Dubey. Dubey subsequently communicated with the Minister of Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, proposing an inquiry into Moitra's IP address linked with her Lok Sabha login credentials. Moitra, in her defense, underscored the collaborative nature of parliamentary work and sought transparency on the login details of all MPs. Moitra solicited the Delhi High Court's intervention, urging for a prohibition on Dubey, Dehadrai and some media outlets from distributing potentially inaccurate and defamatory content about her. In light of the aforementioned grievances, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla directed Dubey's complaint to be reviewed by the Ethics Committee of the lower house. Darshan Hiranandani, son of the real estate magnate Niranjan Hiranandani, proclaimed that he employed the MP's parliamentary credentials to raise inquiries with the central government. Concurrently, Dehadrai drafted a letter to the Delhi Police Commissioner describing his profound bond with his dog Henry and alleged Moitra's undue retention of the dog as a retaliatory act for his previous CBI complaint. The Delhi High Court was slated to adjudicate on Moitra's defamation suit against Dubey, Dehadrai and other implicated entities. Dehadrai asserted that he was subjected to coercion to revoke his CBI complaint with a contingent offer being the release of his dog Henry. Dehadrai, however, declined this proposition. The BJP, on the other hand, tore into Mamata Banerjee for the apparent apathy towards Mahua Moitra. It's noteworthy that the TMC chief has remained reticent regarding Lok Sabha MP Mahua Moitra's investigation by the Ethics Committee over the purported cash for query scandal. Criticizing Trinamool Congress for its conspicuous silence on Mahua Moitra's situation, the BJP asserted that Moitra has been left in the lurch, suggesting that Banerjee's lack of response is a tacit acknowledgement of a party leader's culpability. As scrutiny intensified surrounding Mahua Moitra in relation to the cash for questions scandal, TMC MP voiced her discontent via her X handle on Saturday, that is 21st of October. Through a sequence of posts, she articulated her grievances concerning the ongoing accusations and made several statements addressing them. Interestingly, she refrained from outright rejecting the allegations about accepting opulent gifts in return for posing questions in the Lok Sabha, or that business magnate Darshan Hiranandani accessed her parliamentary digital account to direct questions at Adani. Rather, Mahua Moitra asserted that it's a common practice for parliamentarians to share login credentials with their personnel, interns and others. She challenged the National Informatics Center to unveil the login details, showcasing where the MP's accounts have been accessed. In her initial post, Moitra stated, "I urge the NIC to promptly disclose all details of MPs to demonstrate their physical presence at the locations from which their IDs were accessed by the assistants and research/intern staff. Avoid relying on those with questionable credentials for such disclosures. Make this information public immediately." While assistants, researchers, interns and staff are integral components of an MP's office and may be authorized to use the MP's login, the involvement of a businessman raises pertinent questions. On Thursday, November 2nd, Mahua Moitra presented herself before the Parliament Ethics Committee. The TMC representative testified in connection with the Cash for Query scam, wherein she stands accused of leveraging a parliamentary privilege for financial gains. A video shared by ANI depicted the politician entering the parliament clad in a red sari, complemented by sunglasses. As she made her entrance, she was seen holding a laptop bag, a high-end designer handbag, and a tiffin carrier. This act could be perceived as her demonstration of nonchalance. However, some have interpreted it as a conspicuous showcase of luxury items, the origins and implications of which remain open to speculation. The Parliamentary Ethics Committee session convened on Thursday, that is November 2nd, to interrogate Mahua Moitra concerning the Cash for Query scam was cut short when the TMC MP made a hasty exit. As she exited, Moitra charged the committee with posing inappropriate questions. However, the committee retorted that her departure was a deliberate attempt to sidestep further inquiries. Upon her exit from Parliament, a few journalists sought clarity on the nature of the inappropriate and personal queries posed to her. Moitra responded vehemently, stating, "They are nitpicking on trivialities, uttering sheer nonsense." They remarked, "You have tears in your eyes. Do you see any tears in my eyes?" she asked, drawing attention to her face. In a footage shared by ANI, Mahua Moitra, accompanied by BSP MLA Danish Ali, seemed distinctly perturbed as they departed from the Ethics Committee session. Committee members, in response, posited that Moitra's actions were a calculated strategy to dodge scrutiny. Mahua Moitra did not exhibit cooperation with the committee or the investigative process. Members of the opposition also lodged complaints in a heated manner and abruptly exited the meeting, presumably to avoid further queries, remarked the Ethics Committee chairperson Vinod Sonkar. He further accused Moitra of employing derogatory language against both him and the committee's proceedings. The political trajectory of Mahua Moitra, once a rising star in the Trinamool Congress, appears to be on a precipitous decline, and many believe she may never rebound. Several factors contribute to this assessment. In the eye of the storm, when a leader typically expects unwavering support from the party, TMC's top echelon has notably maintained a distance from Moitra. Their conspicuous silence can be construed as a lack of faith in her, indicating a diminishing stature within the party. Moitra's candid admission of sharing her parliamentary credentials and accepting lavish gifts from businessmen raises not only ethical but also legal questions. Such admissions, rather than placating her critics, have only fanned the flames of controversy surrounding her. Instead of addressing the crux of the allegations, Moitra has often chosen to target those delivering or highlighting the criticisms. Such tactics, while sometimes effective in the short term, often backfire, painting the individual in a more negative light. Moitra has consistently utilized social media platforms as a venue to air her grievances and defend herself. However, this strategy can appear as unprofessional and even impulsive. potentially alienating even those who might have been sympathetic to her cause. Her abrupt exit from the Ethics Committee meeting was perceived by many as a tacit admission of guilt. Walking out of such a significant procedure, rather than facing it head-on, damaged her credibility further. Considering the above factors, Moitra's future as an MP seems bleak. It's plausible that she might lose her current seat. Furthermore, given the unfolding scenario and the apparent lack of support from TMC, it's unlikely she'll secure another ticket from the party. Worse still, depending on the outcomes of ongoing investigations, she might face legal repercussions, including potential incarceration under relevant legal sections.